Well, as you know by now, after about 11 hours of deliberation, a jury returned a guilty verdict, 3 of them, against former officer Derek Chauvin.
So we want to bring in Dr. Aaron Smith of the Department of Africology and African American Studies at Temple University, and Dr. Charles Gallagher, chair of the Sociology and Criminal Justice Department at LaSalle, joining us now. Good morning to both of you.
Good morning.
Good morning. So I want to start with Dr. Aaron Smith. Now that we've had, because we did hear about this yesterday, what the verdict was after it was announced, and now that we've had a day and a night, what is your reaction? What are your thoughts still this morning on the verdict?
I'm pleased to see that there won't be a loss of life and, you know, the things that happen after these verdicts. Typically, I mentioned in LA in 1992, 64 people lost their lives in the riots after Rodney King, you know, had the verdict happen in LA. And I just want people to focus on a culture. That police report that was shown earlier is equally as you know, needed in terms of interrogating and deconstructing and resisting as, you know, what happened to cause the verdict itself. There's a culture of corruption. It's not about random fruits and bad apples. It's about rotten roots and a culture that we need to address.
Dr. Gallagher, I heard many people yesterday hesitate to use the word justice, and I understand what they're saying there, I think. This was one officer was held accountable for one incident.
Yeah, I think that that's correct. And I think actually President Biden said something I thought was very interesting, that this was a murder in the full light of day, and it kind of ripped the blinds off for the whole world to see. And I think it's important, you know, if you had to compress, I think what a lot of white America experienced in the last 11 months is that, you know, most of white America has been in very, very deep denial that we have a systemic problem in our criminal justice in the United States of America. It's always a one-off. It's always an anomaly. It's always an aberration. It's one bad cop. And, you know, and so I went from complete deep denial to, I think it was complete disbelief with the video. You couldn't unsee that video. And I think now there's almost a grudging acknowledgement that, wow, you know, this is the lived experience of many people of color every day of their lives. So hopefully the next stage of this will be to move to some kind of solution. But I think this has been a major awakening. The veil has been pulled off. You know, and I said before, it's almost like white America has been forced to take the kind of matrix red pill, where they are forced to deal with these ugly truths about who we are. And I hope that this is the start of a conversation that will move towards police reforms.
And that's the interesting point. You mentioned police reform. Dr. Smith, I was watching you yesterday when you were talking on our evening shows, and you mentioned, because so many people are releasing statements and talking about the verdict and showing their support, yet there is a police reform bill that hasn't been able to, you know, move forward.
Yeah, HR 7120, the George Floyd Policing Act, we need to make sure that that's the talking point that everybody's addressing. HR 7120 is very important. The systemic change, the institutional change. And the irony is, you know, people say that, you know, there was a lot of denial and people didn't know. And I've said before, you know, there've always been cameras. They've been cameras during the lynching era. And African Americans did not experience this by ourselves. It wasn't imaginary friends. White Americans did these things to black Americans, created these laws, you know, engaged in this extrajudicial murder. So I am always still baffled at how people don't know about a history that they've been partaking in for the last 400 years. Even the denial to me is sometimes confusing.
Yeah, I think it's cognitive dissonance. I think that that racism basically is beneficial to white folks. And it's a narrative. When you buy into it, you get something from it, because then you don't have to change the system. So I think ideologically, for me, I understand why lots of white Americans would like to buy into the belief that the playing field is level and everyone has equal access and the rule of law works for everyone. And that's the fiction we live in. Now, that's what I'm saying. This is the blue pill that people live in, this distorted reality. But it does serve, if you're white in America, it serves your interests. Yeah, so, you know, hopefully we're moving forward, like people awakening.
Well, hopefully we're moving forward. And then look what happened in Ohio, Columbus, Ohio, yesterday afternoon as the verdict's being read. A 15-year-old girl shot and killed by police.